Hello, Portland here, and welcome to the show. And today on stage, I have Austin.
Austin Randall, yes.
And you are no stranger to the show. You've been on our show before. We've played your music, and you have performed at our farmers market as well. So I will say this, probably out of all the artists, you have played our farmers market the most. And the reason why is when we have someone call out, you are like the first person I dial.
Right on.
Yeah. Probably, I'm not sure how far away you live, but it was a good like 5-10 minutes away. And almost every time you were like, yeah, let's do it. So I cannot thank you enough. We met about like 10 years ago.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. And it is so great to now have you back. You are actually doing stuff. I'm not sure if it's weekly, but over at Old Chicago.
Yep, Old Chicago on Tuesdays. From time to time, they'll have other people, and I mean, maybe the schedule will fill out and it'll become something where I'm just there once in a while. But Old Chicago's doing live music on Tuesdays out in Tannisbourne.
Awesome.
And I've been lucky enough to get the position to come in and get that rolling for the season.
Yeah. So not to get into all of this, but I was doing the magazine, I was doing the TV show, doing edits, and then I saw that you were playing at Old Chicago. So my wife and I go, you know what? Let's take the night off and let's go over there. And it was so great to see you again. And then now you've added a looper.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how much this is just awesome. You were great before adding in that looper and adding those different levels. There was one song that you did that really sounded like Nothing Else Matters from Metallica. It was an original, but it had that tone and it had that feel to it. I'm going to say this. So a while ago, we had Jermaine Paul, I went to New York and saw Jermaine Paul record. And later on, he would win season 2 of The Voice. And the one thing that I will say is, as he was recording, he would add so much energy and so much to the song. When you record, you absolutely, I can hear everything about when you, from your lyrics and even to your guitar, you add a lot of passion to your song.
I try to.
And it definitely reflects in the recording. We play live and edit, and you can hear from the guitar, from the vocals, that you weren't just reading it off of a script. You were performing it, and I appreciate that. Can you tell me a little bit about your gear and what you're doing right now?
Yes, absolutely. So, lately I've been just trying to keep everything affordable. Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to get a group of guys, to come out and, splitting small amounts of money, doing small little gigs, is not easy to talk someone into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that it's all about the money, but some guys are so good, you got to pay them to come out, and that's just the nature of the beast, and they deserve the money. So in my quest to find the greatest, most affordable musicians of all time, I have employed myself.
Here they all are.
I am the most affordable clone that I know. No, really what it is just gives me an opportunity to explore stacking my creativity on itself in a live atmosphere. And what I'm mostly going for is improvisation. I have a general idea of what I want to do before I start a song, but I don't know how it's going to turn out necessarily. Some people are really rehearsed with these machines, and it's very impressive to me when they can do that. For me, I'm still just trying to figure out the technology, But ultimately, what I want to do is have an idea and then see what inspires me in the moment. I create my loop. I start stacking on top of it, and I'll add vocal percussion, beatboxing. I'll add my voice, harmony vocals, and see how many layers of guitar I can come up with, to channel the Thin Lizzy side of me.
Sure. 7-piece band right away. The percussion part of it, if I remember this right, you used to play drums.
I do play drums. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So you also have that ear for the drums. So adding in that layer and then adding in those other layers. When we went out to see you in Old Chicago, it was so cool to see you beatbox. I'm a big fan of beatboxing, so that was awesome to see that.
Initially, when I was younger, people knew me as the guy who beatboxes.
Oh, cool.
That's how people knew me. My dad got me a drum set when I was like 3 years old. We have that on video. I was so ecstatic about it. Right now, I'm so out of practice. I wouldn't want to play drums in front of anybody. But it's like my little passionate hobby, that I've always had. I've always had a lot of people be like, well, you're a guitar player. You're a guitar player. And so I tried to get good enough at drums where they weren't saying that type of thing to me. But in high school, I put a band together. We were called Affinity. And that was with my buddy Chris Lamora and Trevor Shearer. And we had a number of other people coming and going, guitar players and whatnot. And we did the talent show,
Yes.
high school talent show, super cool. But we packed the auditorium, which was cool because I think it's holds 300 or something like that people. And there were people that weren't supposed to be in because we were over capacity, but they weren't going to be kept out. And we ended up playing our song. People cheered, But then Russell Mercado, who was the host of the event, he comes out and he goes, nope, you're not done. And then he points to me. He's like, you got to do it. And I beatboxed and sang
Nice.
at the same time, which was kind of a cool thing to do. I learned how to do that 2 weeks prior because the way I work, if somebody challenges me, musically, they go, oh, that's impossible. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm going to try.
Nice. Well, with me, again, just finished up the magazine and now the TV show. So you are a second guest on what we're doing. It's called Band Practice, where we have you on TV, we play your music on the radio, and we feature you in the magazine. And this morning was our first of the airing of our TV show. So it takes about a week to edit and then upload it and have it all set. And I was very, very thrilled to find out that you were back in town and to have you come to this because you have been really for us a staple of Portland Metro Records. So I cannot thank you enough to have you as our guest as one of the starts. The one other thing that I know about you is we did an album release party back in the day over at Rock Hard PDX. You packed the place. And the one thing that I know about you is everywhere you go, you pack the place. And I'm just curious if you could give us one tip on how to build an audience. What is it that, if you don't mind giving away a little bit, what is it, the one thing that you would say that really helps?
I think it's just networking for one, but really it's personal communication. If you can buy ads and post flyers, which is a good idea. Invest in your marketing, but just having strong interpersonal relationships. Making sure you're not just spamming people, but you're actually communicating. With your audience, and making sure that your fans and whoever else is coming out, friends or family even, especially, let them know that you appreciate them. I remember during COVID. The state tried to open up a few times, and I was lucky enough to get booked at the garages twice, and it was sold out both times, which was pretty great.
Yeah, I was managing another venue, and boy, we had there were a few parts of it. There was your max capacity was 50. And then we had shows that were already sold out of 100 that we had to reschedule. Or we had some that were 25, and we could go up to 50. And some of the audience were like, I'm going to stay a little bit longer. And I don't mind. The bathrooms were a tough thing. It was tough. A whole bunch of people couldn't walk around. You had to wait for someone to come back from the bathroom to go to the bathroom again. It was a learning curve. And every hour we had to clean the tables. It was a challenge, but
during COVID.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was living on an alien planet almost.
It really was. And I want to say this to everybody who came out to shows during that time. Thank you so much for your patience. all of them were really nice to be like, you know what, I can wait a little bit longer for my drink, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciated that because it was difficult.
Yeah. You'd commented on playing my music on your podcast.
Yes.
I am really appreciative that you're doing that. You know?
1,000
And I
thank
think
yous.
my guys from the band New Mecca,
New Mecca.
are appreciative of that too. On the note of passion and recording and vocals and stuff like that, funny story is I was not supposed to be the vocalist for
Nope.
that ensemble. Nope. We had a really, really gifted vocalist, Joshua Duchesne, as our singer. And for whatever reason, something happened. He was living down in Monmouth, at the time. We were all, going to college. I went to Oregon State University. Go Beavs, hopefully. I'm a Ducks fan, too. But anyway, I get to the studio, and, we'd already booked the time. It was with Stephen Hawks of Interlace Audio, who's my favorite producer around. I recently found out he moved to Hollywood. I'm like, well,
Nice.
that's how good he is. He's
Congrats.
making it happen. He's in the band Shelter Red. Anyway, I'm there. I'm looking at Stefan, and I was like, hey, my vocalist, something came up. You can't make it, which we forgive him for because it actually has worked out. I got some really great recordings out of it. And Stefan goes, well, I guess you're the singer. I was like, okay, here we go. And so, it was willpower is what it was. You're hearing a person with a lot of, musical insecurity. My ears sometimes are better than my abilities, but we're all our own worst critic,
Of course.
I got to take a group class with Devin Townsend from Strapping Young Lad, the Devin Townsend Project, and formerly he was the vocalist for Steve Vai. And he said, there's not an artist out there that doesn't have some type of self-deprecating, component, And his advice, he goes, just make sure you fail efficiently,
Yeah,
like
there
if
you go.
you release something and you're not proud of it, or you had a bad night or whatever it is, like get over it that weekend, get back on the horse and keep moving forward. And I think that's great advice,
Yeah, it was. I got forced into this position. I used to have a host, Rob and Aaron Ankrum. They did such a great job, and I love being behind the camera and doing my thing. And Aaron got an awesome job doing this stuff, and Rob went to Hawaii, and there was nobody else but me. So,
Well, thank you for having me.
well, thank you. The first episodes, I was like, I don't want to be here, and now I'm just like, it's okay.
Thanks
whatever.
for hanging out with me.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
it's a different role. It's
It
a different
is.
role to sit there and like go through the interview thing. That's a very specific skill set. I think you're nailing it, brother.
Oh, well, thank you, because at first I scripted everything, and I'd go, hello, welcome. It was terrible. And now I found out, or for me, what works, I forget that there's a camera, and it's just talking to you, and that, believe it or not, worked for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but it worked for me.
Yeah, you could tell that I'm not scripted. I'm like, because I was actually hit in the head last year pretty badly. And
Oh,
so
no.
I'm just coming back, from that. I had a concussion. And so my speech you'll hear at times is like that. I'm somewhere
Okay.
else, and it's kind of crazy because the words are over here and I can like see them in my mind, and then getting them over to the other side of the brain so that I can speak is wild. But what's been helping is playing guitar.
Nice. For me, I do a lot of and stuff like that, and I tried to correct that. I can't do it.
And that's how we're gonna do it. All right, we're real people.
All right. Right now, we're going to go ahead and listen to this live. Your new stage name, by the way, and I've been getting a lot of heat for this,
Oh,
is sound design by Ray.
yep, Array.
Yeah.
So that came about by just deconstructing my name. Really.
Okay.
The A for Austin, R for Randall, R-A-Y from Raymond, my middle name. So Array is just an abbreviation of my name. I thought it sounded cool.
So we first started advertising at Austin Randall, and then you go, hey, do you mind putting this on there? So I did that, and now everybody's like, that is Austin Randall. So
That's totally perfect with me. It's just I can't access my social media. I changed my phone number, And now I can't access my Austin Randall social media, so I'm just like
New name.
disassociating with anything, you know, that was that. My account got hacked and all sorts of crazy stuff started happening on there, and I was just like, well, that's not me anymore. Anyway.
All right. Well, Mr. Array, thank you so much for being here. And stay tuned and listen to this.
Thanks, Shane. And thank you, Portland Metro Records. This is Band Practice.
Sorry for my ways. Are we all content with fate? Pain and all the worse. Is it all that I deserve? Is this real? Reach out, see what's in my heart. It never fails, no one can bring me down like you. I can say and say and say, won't make it go away. I can pray and pray and pray, pray the pain won't come again. I've said and said and said it, and time again. I can see I see it. Make me believe the lies you said. Would you believe? I wonder, yeah. Was this all a dream? Is this real? I could say and say and say, I won't bring you home to me. I can pray and pray and pray and pray to God again. I said and said and I said it, time and time again. I'll be the man you said I've never been. I can see, I see. There's no convincing you to stay. And would you believe? I wonder, yeah. Was this all a dream? Or is this real? Or is this real? This all could be my fault. Hell, I know it's all my fault now. So who am I to blame? Yeah. Who am I to blame now? Would you live? I wonder, yeah. Oh, is this all a dream? Or is this real? Yeah. Or is this real now? Or is this real? So is this all a dream? Or is this real? Thank you.